Okay, this is what it looks like right out of the clamps. Actually, no, I got the brass pins. I cut the brass pins on my bandsaw, and then I flatten the edges and grind the pins down flush with the handle on that machine. And then on this machine, the big one, I grind off all the glue and make the handles flush with the metal. And that's, I'm going to do this one next. Okay, this is what it looks like off the router. Well, actually, I route the corners off of it. And then whatever is sticking up that the router leaves, I grind it flush. And now the rest of that is handwork. I need to touch this up just a little bit. It's a little fatter on this side than it is on this side. Now these I'm going to put on the router and then do the handwork. Okay, now the hand sanding. I got to tape the blades up though, because I got to put them in my vise, and I don't want to mess up the finish on the blades while I'm. Plus, I could come off the handle accidentally and hit the blade with sandpaper, which wouldn't be terrible if it was in the higher grits, like the 600 range. But when I start sanding these with either 180 or 220, and I hit this, then I gotta work hard to get that scratch back out. So, all right, tape up the blades, shape the handles, get them up to about 800, and then hit them with a buffer, and they're gonna look beautiful. Okay, this is nowhere near done, but got the hand sanded the machine sanding marks off of it, and I've got it shaped exactly the way I want it shaped, which that's the hardest grit. And you know, the metal here, I have vertical grind lines in it. Not now, I've sanded them out, and those take, let's see, I got a little bit right there. Maybe that was a fingerprint. But that's the hardest grit, which is the first grit off the machine. And now it's just a matter of sanding out the previous grit. So from this, this is, you know, soft material. So this is 220 that I sanded. So I'm going to 400 after this, and then 600 and 800. And then so the thing is, you have to be careful. You can't get this hot, because this stuff, the synthetic stuff, melts if you get it hot. So everything you do, you got to do slowly, carefully. You gotta, you know, I did use my die grinder to get the vertical lines out of the inside of the handle, and you got to do it slowly and stop and let it cool down. But once you get it to that point, it goes a lot quicker. I'm going to get all three of them up to 220. And then I'm going to get all three of them up to 800. So I'll show you that right before I hit them with the buffer. Okay, moving up to 400. Got two at 220. And I'm starting on 400, but I think I'm going to drink me a quick cup of coffee and then get back at it. Okay. Now, I'm gonna make 5 sheaths. Oh, Lordy. These two are for Patrick here. And then the file, the hoof rasp hidden tang, I got to make a sheath for that. So these three will get Kydex sheaths. And this one and the hoof rasp will get leather sheaths. And I'm not sure if I'm going to get on that today or not. I'm going to go, all my garbage cans are full. I got to go empty all my garbage cans and even the one up here, because if I don't empty them fairly regular, the cat food cans get to stinking pretty good. So I'm gonna do that, drag my trash can back down here from the road and check my mail, let Sonny out, and I may come back and start making sheaths. I don't know. All right, there's one. I'm not sure I'm going to get to the next one or not. The next two, rather. I may just get a fresh start today, in the morning. My sanders are hurting. I've been sanding on this here Texas Rumble. It ain't spoken for, but I'm going to continue working on it. I am going to get these with their sheaths all done. That's the 5. I got 5 knives to do. I got to put the edges on and then ship them, and then I can come back to work on this Texas Rumble. But I'm going to take a little break and think about what I'm going to do for the rest of the day, if I want to continue or not. Well, that's what that looks like. I've mentioned this before, but I'll say it again. When you get these, one side is tied tight, and the other side's just got a loose knot. And what you do is adjust this to the length you want, and then tie it at that, and then cut it. And you absolutely have to melt the end, or else it will fray. And I mean, it will fray immediately. So that's why one side is always tied tight and the other side isn't. You adjust it to whatever length you want, and then you tie it really tight, and then cut it. Okay. I got to put the edge on this. I got one in the Kydex press right now. So I may have all 3 of these done today. All right, there's 2. I got another one in the Kydex, the last one. I think I can get that done and then call it a day. I may be getting the spindles for my lawnmower tomorrow. So if I do, I'll put them on, and then I'll start making leather sheaths. I got 2 to make. My wife is very proud of these and wanted me to show them to you. I think they're called hydrangeas. And she said she's been growing these for 30 years, and this is the best they've ever looked. So please, a round of applause.